Hi, sixth grade. One of the things you probably noticed in your art pack was a thing of paints, and I hope that made you excited because we are going to start right off with the painting project. In fact, the first three projects that you do in art class are painting. I know in fifth grade we did a lot of sketching and drawing and things like that. Well, now we get I give the sixth grade a little more responsibility, and we actually do some painting. We're going to do a still life, and that's why that little letter is in your box, because you're going to use that with a couple of your own objects to paint a still life. And we're going to paint our faces. These are student work, by the way. A student did that one. A student did this one. He drew his face. Ours is going to be a little smaller because of the Chromebooks, but we're going to trace them, so don't panic. You're like, I have to draw my face that good? No, you don't. I'm going to show you a way to trace the still life, but then we're going to get colors on there. We're going to paint those to make them look nice. Here's another portrait for one of my students, and there's some ideas that go with that. But to start that all off, I'm going to do what we call a circle painting. Now, this circle painting is not supposed to be super creative. It's really, if I thought of anything, it's like a practice, okay? So or scrimmage. You know, you might actually, in your basketball team, if you're or soccer team, you might scrimmage another team. Maybe not even keep score. It's just really practicing, where you go before you actually play a real game. So in a lot of ways, I mean, you're going to grade you for this, but what I'm looking for in this painting, do you have flat colors here? And do you have nice edges? Okay, so if I were to look closely at this painting, and did you stay inside the painting? And then and also mixing the paint. All right. So those are the three things I'm going to grade you on: straight edges and flat colors, and mixing, how well you mix the colors up. All right. Now, what I want you to do first for today's lesson is really just drawing the circles and getting the paper on there. One of the things you're going to need is the pencil that's in your packet, maybe the eraser. You're going to need some circle objects. Oh, you're going to need your tape too, which is, by the way, a circle object. If you have for example, if you have a lid to something, or a can, or something like this, it's circular. Or here it is. Oops, I dropped it. So like this lid makes a nice circle. If you have a compass, you know how to use it, go for it. I don't care how the circles get on there. The trick here is not to put too many of them, all right? If you look at this one, there is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big circles, but there's lots of shapes. And I want around 25 shapes. I do not want 60 shapes. I do not want 35 shapes. I don't want 6 shapes, all right? Somewhere around 20. Now, I'm not going to actually count them, but, I mean, I could, I suppose. The trick here is to get about 20 shapes on there, and I'll show you how that happens. First of all, in this project, the first thing you're going to do is tape the paper to the board, okay? Just like in museums, if you go to a museum, most paintings are done on a canvas. And that keeps it's actually fabric, that keeps the wood keeps it really flat. Now, I can't afford that, but this is sort of the cheap version of that. But this is going to keep our paintings really flat when we go to paint on them. Because what happens is when you put that paint with all the water on it, the paper soaks that up and gets real wavy and such. And unless you tape it down all the way, it's going to stay in that shape. But if you tape it, and I mean all the way around, that's why you have a full thing of tape. I worked hard to get everybody one of these things of tape. So I really want you to use it. Please, all the way around your painting. And what that does is, when it dries, it'll dry nice and flat. The reason this is so flat like this is that it was taped down. You can see the edges of these taped down, okay? So I'm going to do all the way around like that. Now, one of the things that I do when I have a live class here is I'll draw a circle like this. Oops, one shape. And I might draw the inside of this, two shapes. And I might draw maybe one like this. And I'm going to ask the kids, how many shapes are on this board right now? They go, well, 3. And I'll go, nope, not right. And someone will go, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I'll go, no, it's actually 6. This is a shape 2. You're going to fill up the whole picture, so you have to count those. So when I say 25 shapes, I mean like that. So that's 6, 7, but this is 8, 9, 10 because I added 3 more. And like I said, the number is not important to me. I just don't want you spending hours and hours trying to paint really, really small shapes. Here's another thing that you don't want to do, and this is kind of important. Don't make small, super little, what I would call sliver shapes, all right? You see that right there? See that little small shape? You can't paint that small on my fingernail, all right? Try to avoid that the best that you can. So when I'm drawing the shapes, I'm trying to avoid that. Let's pretend I didn't do that. Or if I'm painting, I might just paint right into that. So I can go up right up next to a shape. That's okay. So in this case, yeah, that wasn't great. See, that's not good either. That's bad. Try to avoid that. So just keep them far away. If you got 1 or 2 like mine, I guess it's not horrible. But that looks like 21 shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21, 22, it's 23, 24. Okay, that's perfect. Stop right there. And then we're going to paint each one of those a different color. But for today, that's your assignment. Tape a piece of paper on there. Find some circles in your house. Draw it out. You're done for today.